Mancunian momentum is gathering pace. The gap at the top down to 2 for the first time in 2026 after Nico O'Reilly's first half double. And after Arsenal have dropped points in 2 successive games, Manchester City respond by holding on here. 11 games left in the title race. So much to play for. Manchester City doing their bit have beaten Newcastle by 2-1.
Well done to Man City. You will win the league. I've seen enough. Seen enough, mate.
I think Man City is going to win the Premier League. Who's the youngster that makes it happen? Nico O'Reilly, okay? Oof. Very underrated, and for me, O'Reilly has to be in that plane to the World Cup. Completely deserves, and I could see also Luke Shaw being the left back of England once again. But Nico O'Reilly, for what he offers, he can play in midfield at a high level. At left back, he solved that position for Pep Guardiola. He's extremely underrated and so reliable.
At this point, I just pity Arsenal because it's not fair again. 3 seasons ago, they had opportunity to win the league. Man City won it. 2 seasons ago, City won it. Then Liverpool won it last season. And now, Arsenal were topping City. In fact, City started the league poorly at some point. They were not doing so well in the first half of the season. Like that. Arsenal were flying. Best defense in Europe. You know, corner kicks, all of that. It was wonderful. Then all of a sudden, Manchester United had to spoil the entire situation. And Arsenal started struggling against some teams here and there. And all of a sudden now, from 9 points to 6, from 6 to 4, from 4, now it's 2 points, 58-56. And they have a match April 18th. You're going to face Man City. I pity Arsenal at this point.
This kid, Nico O'Reilly, he is on a different level. Forcing his way into that Man City team as a left-back originally, that young, that raw, and now being moulded into a number 8, a proper centre-mid. And basically becoming the star of the show, scoring a brace against Newcastle, not an easy team. It's testament to him, but also to Pep Guardiola. He's got such a large background of moulding players from certain positions to another position, and it just always works. But it's not just huge for Nico O'Reilly, it is huge for Man City as well. As we know, if they win all of their games for the rest of the season, they will nip Arsenal to the title if they beat them as well. And they're now just within 2 points of them, right on their backs. And Pep's clearly just going with what he thinks. He's got loads of other options, Reinders, all these players that could play ahead of Nico O'Reilly, but he's decided that he trusts the young lad. He trusts him to move from left back into the midfield, and he's adopted to it perfectly. You watch him in that game today, even without the 2 goals, he is operating that midfield at a seriously high level. And I think it's only a matter of time before he gets that call up to the World Cup and maybe even starts some games.
So, you want to tell me that Manchester City has humbled, harassed, humiliated and taken down Newcastle just like that? And this means that from now henceforth, every game that Arsenal is playing, it is a must win. It is not negotiable, non-negotiable. Every game until further notice, until otherwise, until, we just have to win because it is ours to lose. The gap is only 2 points, but still win your matches, win all your matches. And just like that, we win the Premier League.
This Arsenal v Spurs game is one of the biggest North London derbies in years. First and foremost, Spurs are fighting relegation. Do I need to say any more? And Arsenal, as we've seen, are bottling the title. They need to make a statement against their North London little brothers. They need to win because the City Sharks are coming. Now, one thing that they can probably rest on is, in my lifetime, I've only seen Spurs beat Arsenal when it really matters once. And that was in the Antonio Conte season to get them top 4. But Polymarket are giving Spurs a 16% chance of winning, Arsenal 62%. But what I like is that 24% draw. I can't lie, guys. I'm feeling like a draw. I think it might be a draw. I think Spurs are going to be stubborn under a new manager. But I just think Arsenal are going to be too good to lose, but not good enough to win. It's a big shout, but I'm sticking with it.
It's tough. Anyway, getting into this game, this was actually a very good game of football from both of these two teams. Newcastle didn't sit back Manchester City didn't sit back. Both of the teams were playing so well, trying to create opportunities and chances, and of course defending well, controlling the mid well for both of the teams, and those counters. And it was actually a very entertaining game from both of these two teams. Both of the teams, Manchester City and Newcastle, had opportunities to even score more goals but couldn't. But you know what, in a game of football, it can go either way. The good thing for Manchester City is that now they have won and they have taken pressure from them, and now the pressure is on to Arsenal. Newcastle played well, and you ought to feel it for them, because honestly speaking, this is one of those games that I've seen Newcastle play so well. But you know, as it is, Manchester City versus Newcastle, it is always, in as much as it's looking tough, Manchester City always finds a way to beat Newcastle. Anyway, good game of football. Now, this only means that Manchester City is on course, 2 points only behind Arsenal, and you just never know what's going to happen. It is what it is. That is football for you.
As an Arsenal fan, I'm not worried about City. If there's one thing I learned from the Man City versus Newcastle game tonight, it's that Man City are not unbeatable. They are not inevitable. They are not the same team as 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons ago. People can have a go at them. In a match where Newcastle were nowhere near good enough to get a result from that game, I also thought that Man City looked a little bit lacklustre as well. And this is a Man City team that was pretty much full strength, going against a Newcastle team that didn't have 2 of their best players. The thing that makes Newcastle and good is their midfield trio: Tonali, Bruno Guimaraes and Joe Linton. And Newcastle started that game with Joe Willock and Jacob Ramsey in midfield. And of course, Man City deserved to win that game. They scored more goals. But I honestly thought there would be more from Man City. And I'm not quite sure why everyone thinks that Man City are this unbeatable, inevitable, and won't drop any points for the rest of the season. I'm telling you right now, it's fixtures like this, Leeds at Elland Road, where this Man City team can drop points. I don't have a crystal ball, I don't know. But watching what I saw tonight has shown me that teams can have a go at them. And the reason why I'm not worried about Man City is because I'm not worried about losing the title in general. I am more nervous about Arsenal dropping points than I am worried about how good Man City actually are.
It's happening again. It's happening again. I'm going to keep saying it as long as they keep proving it. We may not be the same Manchester City, but they are the same Arsenal. The way someone just described it to me, they said, City aren't that same killer shark that they have been in previous seasons. They're more like, I think it's called the whale shark, right? You know, the one that swims round with its mouth wide open, and it's just, if any fish is stupid enough to just swim inside it. The mad thing is, Arsenal are stupid enough to just swim inside it. You look at the league, 4 points behind them now. They've got to come to the Etihad. For me, that is a guaranteed win for Manchester City. We all know Arsenal's record at the Etihad. Sure, they've drawn there the last 2 seasons, but last 2 seasons, did it really mean that much? No, this season it will do. Listen, we're doing a full YouTube video over on We Are the South Stand, going live at 11 a.m, or you can watch it back. So head over there. We're going to be talking on City. We're going to be talking on Arsenal's form, and we're going to be talking about this title race. Peace.
Haaland is so overrated. All he can do is score tap-ins. What do you call this then? Like, not only does this guy have 22 goals this Premier League season, but he's second top assister as well. And that's exactly what I mean when I say that Haaland is actually an underrated footballer. Like, people always fail to show you this part of his game. Look at this pinpoint cross, bro. KDBS, he literally put it on the plate for O'Reilly. Tell me another 6'5" monster who can do this. But you know what? Today isn't just about Erling, because Nico O'Reilly might just be the best midfielder in this league. 2 goals from centre mid. A brace. Bro was finally allowed to play his position and officially locked in. Like, how's my striker moving like a midfielder and my midfielder moving like a number 9? They switched roles. Like, did you see the way these guys were playing today? Haaland, bro, downloaded the dribbling file. But yeah, finally, my beautiful team has officially gelled, bro. Pep has made yet another powerhouse. Like, we might have just found the most unstoppable attack. Marmoush being a goal threat, getting the assist. Haaland creating like a genius. Semenyo causing chaos with those progressive passes. Nico O'Reilly getting more goals in a game than some of your favorite attackers this season. And Bernardo doing more mileage than a family SUV. But yeah, what the fuck did I tell you guys? When the blue sharks smell blood, we go in for the kill.
Arsenal fans, are you worried yet? Because this Man City team needs to be talked about. This Man City team has completely changed over the past month. England keep producing world-class fullbacks. I know Nico O'Reilly is not there yet, but what a talent. An amazing brace from the youngster. And took both shots on in a very interesting way. Pep has also found the solution for Haaland and Marmoush, finally playing them in a two-striker formation where Marmoush is a little bit more of a free roam and Haaland is the out-and-out striker, making these two players play a lot better. Mark Guehi might be the best January signing of the year, proving his resilience at the back. And Rodri is not finished yet. What a midfielder. His comeback has slowly begun. And we've seen over the past month or two how much he has improved and came back from that injury. Marmoush, like I said, has slowly started to get his stride, improving every single game. I feel like this 5.9 is a lie against Liverpool. And if this guy can get unlocked with Haaland, oh my god, the league is done. City now close the gap on Arsenal by 2 points. Arsenal fans, you better start getting worried. Because when April 18th comes around and this is the difference in points, you should be very, very worried. Let me know your thoughts below and drop a follow.
Did you enjoy, guys? Huh? Yeah, nice, huh?
Did you?
Me?
Did you enjoy it?
My God.